Hey everybody! Well, this week we are going to take a trip to La Paz. This is something we do maybe once or twice a year usually. We have some reason to go to La Paz. This reason is for my medical procedure on my knee. So you're actually seeing this second half of the video that we shot in La Paz from when I went and got my knee done. So we're going to show you that. We're going to show you a new hotel that we're staying at there, a few other things around La Paz, and then we're going to get back to Pufferfish Villas and the Oasis and get some work done because it's summertime and it's getting hot and I've got a lot of projects to get done. So let's get right to it. We're Douglas and Esperanza, and we decided to leave our lives in the US and move to magical Loreto, Mexico, where we built our boutique resort Pufferfish Villas from the ground up and work running it and saving to expand in the future. Please come with us to follow our journey and live before you die. Going up for breakfast at the H Blue Hotel, our new hotel we're trying out here in La Paz.
It's very nice. Beautiful view.
We're going up to the rooftop where they have a pool and a restaurant and our free breakfast. There. Breakfast I'm trying out. And our beautiful view. And you also got a kind of an oatmeal cookie and a bread and some hot chocolate. And this is all included with the room. Gracias. Got bathrooms up here, bunch of seating areas, and some chairs, tables on this side, and then the pool. I think this is the first time I've seen a pool that is done with large format marble looking tiles. That's kind of interesting. Tile for a pool. And it's got Pebble Tech here on the top and Pebble Tech on the stairs. Very interesting. But you can sit in a pool here right on the water. Got a little bench around here. And the view is just... Let's start over here. That's the Malacon down there in La Paz. And all the way back around. So a very good hotel. We had a friend, Steve, in Loretto that told us about this place. And thank you, Steve, if you're watching, because this has been a good change. We often stay at the Hotel Marina, or the Marina Hotel, and it's good too, but this is a whole different thing because you're right in the middle of town, and you've got kind of a different view and a different thing here. But the breakfast was good, the areas are good, the room's good. So
Beautiful.
H Blue Hotel here in La Paz,
Very nice.
good choice. We'll be staying here in the future for sure.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, we are walking down the Malacon tonight here in La Paz. And as always, the Malacon is hopping. Lots of families out here. It's just really cool.
And it's Monday.
Yes, it's Monday and it's already the end of May, so a lot of the expats have gone home. So while we were in La Paz, we went to this really good sushi restaurant, and I wanted to just show you the menu to show you that there's some really nice sushi restaurants here in Mexico, and especially here in La Paz, really nice high-end sushi restaurants with really good food. So next we're heading home to get a few little projects done, and I'm gonna take you along and show you what we're doing. All right, Esperanza, what are you doing today?
Our new macrame hammocks, the strings that go up to to this thingy up here, broke.
Yeah, and I think it's because they were just cotton. And so that cotton the sun just eats it up.
So now I have to do it by hand.
So now Esperanza is weaving this nylon, basically paracord, through there. That'll last a lot longer in the sun and be a lot better. She's already done one side and basically making a whole bunch of loops, one continuous piece of string, looping it through each little hook. Oh my gosh, look how many of those there are.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then make a loop, and then you take all the loops, put them together, and then they just weave this little, weave this string around it. You could do pretty much anything. You could just tie it here and make a big loop. In any case, we have to do this on both of the hammocks on both sides. Yeah. And that's like, what, about 50 loops coming out on each one?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't count.
It looks like that looks like probably at least 40 or 50. Man. Esperanza, you're so good. And I got Esperanza this rope, and then it was all like in loops, and it tied into the hugest knot, and it took about a half an hour to get it untangled. And so I put it on a reel so that it would not get tangled anymore while she's using it.
We had to have it needed to be in one whole
right piece. Because see how she's doing this? She's just pulling out a loop between each one of these little hooks down here. And then all the loops will hook together at the end. So yeah, it has to be one continuous piece of string through the entire thing. And yeah. So Thank you, Esperanza, for doing all this work.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be so awesome, and we'll save money because now we don't have to buy new hammocks.
Yes.
And hammocks are not cheap. I mean, these hammocks are like 60, 75, 80 bucks a piece for a nice big, really nice cloth woven hammock. They are not cheap. And so I don't want to have to, and these are only been out for not even an entire season. So if we had to buy new hammocks every season, that's like 175, 200 bucks every season for hammocks. This way we can fix it with this is like $8 worth of string. We should be able to fix both hammocks and get at least one more season out of them. Hopefully a couple more seasons.
Yeah, I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, the life of owning a boutique hotel with hammocks. Well, today I'm finally going to get to a project that I've been putting off for quite a while because my knee was not in the greatest shape, and this project requires a lot of work on the ground. But today I'm going to get started on sprinkler maintenance. Over the last 6 months or so, I've planted quite a few new plants, and I don't always put new sprinkler heads in every time I plant something because one, it could die, and then I put the sprinkler head in for nothing. And number two, I need to see if maybe it might need to be moved somewhere else, if it's in the too much sun or not enough sun or stuff like that. So, and three, just because I get lazy and it's a lot of work to do the sprinkler stuff. So I've got quite a few plants that I put in that I've been hand watering, which means every 3 days I have to go out and water all these plants. All the rest of the plants get done on the sprinkler. So we probably have well over 100 plants on sprinkler heads. I at least have 100 sprinkler heads here on the property, including both at Pufferfish Villas and up here at the Oasis. I probably have closer to 150, 175 sprinkler heads. So there's a lot of sprinkler heads. I'm going to add some more today, and the ones that are there do need maintenance. So the sprinkler heads are my own design here, which is just a threaded cap that threads onto a 1/2 inch male PVC. And this allows me to do all the sprinkler piping in 1/2 inch PVC, which works perfect. And then for a sprinkler head, I just use this, and I can adjust how far the cap's screwed on. Gives me a pretty decent control of the amount of water coming out. And if I need more water coming out, I can actually drill a hole, which I've done in many of these where I have a big tree, I need a lot of water. Then I'll drill a hole up here towards the top of the threads. I can still put the cap down, but I can leave that hole partially out, and then I'll get a lot of water out of the sprinkler head. The problem is, and it's the problem that would be even worse if I had regular sprinkler heads, and that is that we have calcium in the water. And the calcium builds up on everything, including the PVC sprinkler heads. So eventually, enough calcium gets in these sprinkler heads into the threads, and it starts to clog this up, and then this stops putting out water, and then the plants start to die off. And I used to have even a worse problem with sprinkler heads when I was in California. We didn't have as much calcium in the water there, but the sprinkler heads, like the residential ones you get, have little teeny weeny holes in them, and those easily get clogged up with calcium, and then those get all clogged up. And they can be cleaned, but it's difficult. These can be cleaned. It's really easy. If they're all clogged up with calcium, you just screw off the cap. And because the calcium is hard and brittle, and the plastic is kind of a little bit soft, usually the calcium you can just take your finger and you can rub all the calcium off of the threads, and then it's cleaned up like brand new. You put the threads back on, and then I'll have to go through and adjust all of them again, which means turning on the water and adjusting everything. So it's quite a bit of work to do the maintenance, but this this is like every year or so, I have to go through, turn on the heads, find all the heads that need to be cleaned, clean them all. And this time I'm also going to put on all the new heads for the new stuff that I have put in the last 6 months or more. So we will get out there and get to work. I'm going to take out all my PVC pieces. I have an inventory that I keep. Hopefully it will be enough. I don't know if I have enough heads for all the extra plants I put in. And then I have extra pieces. I have T's, I have 45s, I have, these are random pieces. I have couplers, I have 90s. So I have an inventory of all the pieces I should need, as long as I have enough. If not, I'll have to run to the store and buy some more pieces. And in any case, I'm gonna have to run to the store after I get done doing this, because I like to keep an inventory of parts. So if I use all these up, or almost all these up, I'll definitely be going to the store and stocking my personal stock here back up. All right, let me collect together all the pieces I'm gonna need and all the glue and all that, and then I'll show you what I'm doing outside. All right, I'm all out here and set up. Now, I like to wear gloves when I'm doing this. There's no way not to get glue and primer on your hands when you're doing this. And if you wear gloves, then you aren't picking PVC glue off your hands for days and days and days. Also, I got my hat, which is definitely necessary. It's getting to be summer here and it is hot already. It's like 7 a.m. It's still hot. And I've got a stool to sit on today. Normally I would be kneeling doing this, but my knee has had problems, and so I am trying a different method of sitting on a stool. We'll see how this works. All right. This is an existing pipe that I had here going over to a tree that died, and so I'm reusing it, and we'll reuse this section here for over on this side. We'll let it drain out right there. Okay. It can be tricky when these things had water in them previously to get them dried out, but usually I do is like this. I'll slope it down, get as much water as I can out of it, and then I'll try to get it sloped back up the other direction while I work on it. So put it up here on my knee. I'll dry it off on the outside. Then we're going to use primer on it anyways. All right, so we are going to need another piece of this, but first we will put an elbow on this, or a T on this like this, and then we will bring it up with an elbow, or maybe we'll do an elbow and a T. All right, we'll need a T, an elbow, a cap, and a thread. Okay, we're gonna need a short little section of pipe, which I got right here. Now I like this, especially for 1/2-inch pipe. This cutter here is really good. It just doesn't ratchet, which I like, so you don't have to go ratchet to cut through. And it's strong enough to cut through 1/2-inch pipe really easy, so it's really nice. All right. And then the basic thing I go through, I'm gonna see if this glue's any good. Nope, that glue's not good. I thought it might not be. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with clear primer then, because this primer, no need to use up that primer if I'm not using the blue glue. Alright, take 2. Primer and glue. Okay. Alright, so now that we have all our pieces, I use primer. I mean, a lot of times they don't use primer here, but it definitely cleans off, and none of this pipe, even if it came from the store, it's still dirty because it's been sitting around for a while. So primer, then some glue. Now, one thing is to realize, I always wanted to do this totally perfect all the time, but when it really comes down to it, literally this is a pipe that is only turned on when the sprinklers are going, and it really doesn't matter if it leaks, because that's just a little extra water going out where the plant is. So it's not super, it's not like it's a pipe in your house that has water all the time, and if it leaks, it's going to be like putting water in your house. So each one, just primer it to clean it, and then some glue on both sides. This one is going to go this way, like this. Okay, that'll go that way from this. So we've already cleaned this. We want to clean this piece. And as I said, in reality, it probably doesn't make any difference whether I clean any of these, because this is literally right where the water is going to come out anyways, and the only time this has water in it is when this water is going to come out. So it really doesn't make any difference. But all right, let's get that over that direction. We can glue this together. Again, we'll primer this. All right. Looking good. Got it all set up. So now we just repeat this for every single plant that needs a new sprinkler head, which is quite a few. All right, we'll get to it. Thanks everybody for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I never know, because about half of my viewers really like the more travel videos with restaurants and locations, and half my viewers like DIY construction videos. So I decided to make a combo video for everybody this time. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, so you'll get, and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when we have new videos out. And never forget to live before you die.